Alrighty. Good evening, everybody. What's going on? Hope you guys had a wonderful Tuesday. We're gonna go ahead and give everybody, as per usual, just a regular rundown. But we're not gonna be taking any requests tonight. I'm gonna hop over to to TikTok, and I'm actually streaming my screen on my big TV, and we're actually gonna break down my strategy using a previous trade that we have taken on Meta the other day. So, uh, excuse me. All right, let me go ahead and tweet this out. Did I do it? Yeah, I did it. Okay, cool. Alrighty. All right, couple minutes here, and we're gonna go ahead and get started in really a couple seconds. I'm just getting TikTok live title ready. So. All right. Perfect. So, let's go ahead and let's get to it. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, make sure to slap that like button if you get a chance. And let's go ahead and find my chart. What the hell is that at? All right. All right. So right off the bat, guys, today we saw the S&P up 1.14%. We saw the Nasdaq up 0.90%, the Russell 2000 1.16%, and the Dow 1.12%. So we all saw most sectors. Every sector did close green, with industrials 2.41% and materials 1.96% leading. In economic news, rating agency Fitch is throwing in the hat in a recession ring, slashing U.S. growth forecast for this year and next. In addition, home builder sentiment fell for the 10th straight month as housing market grinds to a halt. Finally, energy prices fell amid news that Biden is considering selling the last 14 million barrels of oil that were part of May's largest ever strategic petroleum release. United Airlines ended up moving up pretty well, 8% after earnings, after beating revenue estimates despite high inflation. We saw Netflix in after hours. By the way, if you ever need a price target, I got you. So we ended up moving right up into. I had 285, 288, but 275 was right in that ballpark that I was watching for, and that's actually where we ended up closing here in after hours. So you can see a nice strong move up into that gap. I think we tapped 278.85. So and we'll cover that here in just a minute as well. All right, so moving on from there, we saw Credit Suisse rose 3% on news that is selling part of its U.S. business. Intel shares sank 2% after its Mobileye spinoff is on track for a valuation less than a third of what it was previously expected. Intuitive Surgical rallied 12% after its earning and revenue beat, and Warren-backed Chinese electric maker BYD popped after forecasting record Q3 profit. And Foxconn continues its push into space, unveiling new into the space electronic pickup truck and crossover. All right, so we'll go over earnings on Netflix tomorrow morning. But as far as headlines here, that's about it. So let's go ahead and let's move into tomorrow's forecast. One second. Welcome, welcome. Will I be taking Q&As towards the end? Marco, I will. I set up my Alexa so you can be loud while I clean. Oh, you set your Alexa. Hey Alexa, purchase 200 rolls of toilet paper. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. If that actually alerted, I'll buy those off of you. Is the box technique you use the Darvis strat? Uh, kind of. But I have my own little twist on it. Yeah. So, you didn't post it in the Discord? Post what in the Discord? Tuesday. Oh shit. Pre-market prep. I did. I messed up the title. Thank you. Yeah. Post. Thanks, Echo. I appreciate that. Alrighty. So, let's go over the watch list. So we took an earnings trade on Netflix. It hit 275. That's right around, I believe, where the 200-day moving average is. Let's see, 200 is here at 291. The 200 MA is around 275. So that's right where we ended up popping up to. So that does bring us back into this zone where we could possibly expect a retracement back up into the 290s. So we'll go over that one tomorrow morning. But Meta, so I've got a whole slew of stuff on here, so we're just gonna focus. Don't pay attention to that, but this one looks in tandem with the cues. Looks as if it's potentially building a bear flag. I am looking for another leg down potentially tomorrow. I think today's close was possibly a rejection. Remember, we're at the bottom of the zone, so we could experience a pullback tomorrow, just falling in trend. We'll see where we gap up or where we close. But ultimately, we could either A, expect some chop, or 134.11 to the downside. We'll start targeting this 132 like we did before. And then we'll look for the floor of 131.60 to get retested. But and that's really Meta. It's got a potential rising wedge. It did close inside of this box above us. Um, Really, right? That's the range that we wanted to close into, and that's where we closed. So we have closed just barely inside of that range. Buyers are not holding up that level very well, so we could expect another pullback here and then a pop. So we'll see what that leads us. But all right, so Tesla is next. So Tesla has earnings tomorrow, so you guys know the deal. We're gonna be very, very careful. This one, I've already got a small straddle position type thing going on right now. Obviously, those are high risk, and this actually came from a fumbled play on my part, but I ended up hedging myself, so there's no risk there. But this one does also look in adherence to the market as if it's potentially making a flag. We're not really concerned about a flag. We're more or less concerned about where it closed. It rejected going up and above 230, and it rejected going up and above 234. Or it never even made it there, but at the open, we did reject, fall back into the box, and then retest that 224 at the end of the day. So again, this one could end up falling back down, potentially retracing. But right now it looks like we're set to either A, stay in range, or B, you could see that earnings pick up and rally. So, okay, so next we got Tesla, Meta, Netflix, and really, I was thinking about, I was looking at Baba again, because Baba's got an awful little bear flag here. It looks like it might want to move to the downside off of that bear flag, or you could end up seeing a squeeze. Got pretty good levels on that one, so I might slap Baba back on the watch list, but this one doesn't really become a factor until this gap gets filled and held. So we'll talk more about that tomorrow morning. So um, anyway, I am. I know this is obviously really, really quick, but I want to really focus on breaking down my strategy tonight. And I'm gonna do this just because I want to be able to explain this almost by hand. This is going to be on TikTok, so we're going to go ahead and migrate over there. in just a second here. If you guys have any questions on today or anything like that, you can let me know. And I will be up early tomorrow, and possibly on TikTok, to take request as far as if you guys have any watch list or anything like that. That's the normal thing that we do, but tonight I really want to focus on breaking down my strategy and giving you guys what I see as really the perfect setup, as and something to watch for and train your brain to look for. So I'm not going to be taking any requests. We're going to go ahead and we're going to migrate over to TikTok. This was just a brief recap. Let me before I'm not stopping quite yet. I do want to go over tomorrow is Wednesday. We've got building permits, housing starts, crude oil inventories, beige book, FOMC member bullet is speaking at 6:30. And then on top of that, right, we have again, we just talked about Tesla. Tesla has earnings tomorrow, followed by another group. We've got Tesla, we've got IBM, Procter and Gamble, Abbott Laboratories, Alcoa, KMM. Um, let's see here. I think that's really about it, as far as like things that I'm going to be really paying attention to. But definitely picking up on Friday. Snapchat could be an interesting earnings trade, just for a little squeeze to the upside. I might take a peek at that one with a small account. But other than that, we'll be watching as far as long trades are concerned. Still keeping our eye on MRO, which has been holding its trend really, really well. Super, super stoked to see that. But this one still has that ascending triangle here. So we could end up seeing that breakout here towards the end of the week. So what is the setup that you look for? I'm going to go over. So you look for a specific setup that falls into my strategy. Sorry, I don't know if that's my cat or not. Yeah, I do. We're gonna go over that on TikTok right now. And also, if you are not in the Discord, guys, I don't know really. There's not like a really great way to alert, but in the intermediate channels, right? Our intermediate techniques, and I'll tag everybody again right now. But I basically broke down everything that I'm about to break down right now for you guys. But we're gonna go ahead and go over that right now. I'll catch you guys on TikTok. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for leaving a like. And yeah, hope to see you guys in just a second. Thanks.